Nobody said being a movie star would be easy. Well, unless you count porn. In which case, drop your pants and we'll begin. This is Movie Night. Hello and welcome to Movie Night, YouTube's #1 weekly interactive movie review show. I'm your host, Jonathan Paula. Tonight on the program we'll be taking a look at a couple of porn-inspired comedies, the first of which is brand new on home media this week, Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star. Released on September 9th to scathing reviews, this raunchy Nick Swardson vehicle performed so abysmally at theaters it was pulled from its nationwide run just 2 weeks after premiering. Even on its very cheap $10 million budget, Bucky Larson failed to earn back even 30% of that, making it one of the biggest box office bombs in recent memory. With that in mind, I went into this picture fully expecting to despise every minute of its insulting drivel and lowest common denominator writing, which is why I was pleasantly surprised with this film and what it was actually able to achieve. Far from groundbreaking or even memorable, it is, at the very least, an earnest and positive film with endearing characters, however cliched they may be. In his first big starring role, Swardson is Bucky Larson, a hillbilly from Iowa who dreams of following in the footsteps of his porn star parents. And so he sets out to Hollywood to chase his dream.
What line of work are you in?
I'm here to be a movie star.
My last roommate came out here to be a rock star, then
Skip town. Thanks a lot, John Mayer.
Oh, wait, no. I got the dough. I'm good for it.
Can you excuse us for a minute, Kathy?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, and don't leave. I'd like to say goodbye.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you have the room, because I know you got cash. And I know I could pound those woodcutters down your throat. Roommates?
Yeah, roommate.
Bucky is an off-balance character full of quirks and bizarrely distracting buck teeth and a terrible mop-top haircut. But his foolish optimism and kind-hearted nature is a contagious quality that makes him a protagonist worth cheering for. Playing opposite him is Christina Ricci in a charmingly cute role who curiously finds something of merit to love in Bucky. Don Johnson, Kevin Nealon, and Stephen Dorff all contribute with exaggerated performances that manage to grab a few laughs every couple scenes or so. Strikingly unrealistic at times, it's a wonder that Bucky is even able to walk a straight line, let alone star in his own porno movies. But such is the point of this haphazard story of a lovable goofball with an embarrassingly small penis. The story fails to really spark any excitement or consequence, but at this film's center is a love story that effectively saves this 97-minute feature from being a total waste of time. It's innocent enough to be enjoyable, but raunchy enough to limit its audience, resulting in a motion picture that was perhaps better suited as a made-for-cable movie. Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star. Admirably pleasant, but formulaically sophomoric. Now that you've heard my review, let's read some of yours from the YouTube comments. Here's a Ratomatic to show us our scores for Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star. A 4 and a 2. More evidence that the internet is entirely incapable of nuance, your scores seem to represent a cultural knee-jerk reaction, the net result of which was a crappy movie. Taking a look at our newest feature, Fact or Facts, I felt this was an enjoyable movie with decent acting, but it suffered from a poor story and drab staying power. I felt it was meh. Our second porn-themed film tonight is The Girl Next Door. Perhaps owing to its risque material, this modern-day teen angst dramedy failed to perform well at the box office when it was originally released in 2004. Which is truly unfortunate because this is a brilliantly made film that far outshines its adult-themed storyline. Emile Hirsch stars as an ambitious high school whiz kid and social outcast who falls in love with his porn star next-door neighbor, played delicately by the drop-dead gorgeous Alicia Cuthbert. The first act of this movie is teen drama at its finest, beautifully capturing all the feelings and details of senior year, while struggling to deal with your first true love. Hirsch and Cuthbert are positively fantastic here, playing off each other with adorable chemistry you can't help but root for. Carefully hesitant but determined, Hirsch is the breakout performer in this film, playfully instigated into wild behavior from a girl who has finally found a boy who doesn't see her as just an object.
How do you know no one's home?
I don't.
Come on. Seriously, this is nuts.
So, what's the craziest thing you've done lately?
This is right up there. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Seriously, come on, let's go. It's not funny.
It's a little funny.
Paul Dano and Timothy Oliphant round out the supporting cast, both of whom turn in very memorable performances, especially Oliphant, who is a scene stealer as the smarmy porn director womanizer. Although this 108-minute film contains a great deal of skin and four-letter words, it is a far cry from the raunchy sex comedy it was originally advertised as. Unfortunately, as a result, this may have been the most overlooked and underrated movie of 2004. One that every high school graduate owes it to themselves to view at least once. Seemingly borrowing elements from 1983's Risky Business, this movie is a nostalgic and mature story that carefully and adeptly examines these teen experiences in a very intelligent slice-of-life film, one that is passionately directed by Luke Greenfield with a steadfast purpose. From The Who, Queen, David Gray, and others that litter the poignant soundtrack that underscore key scenes, to the crafty and masterful editing, The Girl Next Door is an absolute treasure of 21st century filmmaking. Stumbling a bit in the middle act with some more unnecessary plot developments, this story's determination thankfully comes roaring back in the final act, with a tremendously effective twist that puts an applause-worthy exclamation mark on a wonderfully enjoyable motion picture. The Girl Next Door, a beautifully magical portrayal of adolescence. Well, those are my thoughts. Now let's read some of yours from the YouTube comments. Back again is the Rate-O-Matic to highlight our scores for The Girl Next Door, a 9 and an 8. You enjoyed this film, praising it for its accuracy, humor, acting, and of course, Elisha Cuthbert. You thought it was great. Meanwhile, I truly love this film. It was an immensely enjoyable movie with fantastic writing, editing, music, and emotional impact. But the overly involved second act hurt this film's tempo. This film gets a very respectable awesome. But that does it for tonight's films, so now let's see what's currently playing in theaters with some tweet critiques. Remember, if you're going to the movies this weekend, make sure to submit your Twitter review using the JPMN hashtag to have it featured on an upcoming episode. Next week, we'll be taking a look at a couple of guy-friendly films. Abduction with Taylor Lautner. It's an intense action thriller starring everyone's favorite former werewolf. And Real Steel, a Rock'em Sock'em Robot-style adventure with Hugh Jackman. As always, I encourage you to buy, rent, or download these films, and let me know what you think about them by voting in the polls below or by leaving a comment review. And remember, I do read them all. Once again, my name is Jonathan Paula. Thank you for watching Movie Night. I hope to see you right back here next Friday.